Hey, it's Susan, and I'm out here in the garden this morning, and I almost didn't come out today. I have to be honest. I almost didn't come out to do a walk and talk because the last couple, although I've gotten some really nice comments, I'm also losing subscribers. And that's even though I try not to concentrate on that, it's one of those things you can't help but think about when you see your numbers going the opposite direction, than what you hope they would do. And I'm going to come back to this plant, but I'm going to just kind of pan around the yard a little bit more while I talk. And I understand why some people are, sometimes people leave just because there's they don't choose to leave, but Facebook does it, or not Facebook, YouTube does a sweep, and they go through and they clean out these things that, the accounts that maybe aren't super active. Here's Zoe coming up to check out what's going on. And that's good. We want that kind of a clean out. But a lot of times what happens is that people see a new video pop up and they think, wow, that's an art channel and she's not posting about art. She's done a couple of garden videos now and she's talking about stuff, and I don't see any pretty pictures, so I'm gonna leave because it's just not what I signed up for. And I get that, and that's fine. You want people that are going to be with you for the long haul. And I admit that right now I'm going through some transitions. I'm trying to figure out who I am as an artist. And some of you are going to want to go along on that ride with me, and some of you aren't. And if you're in my live streams, you know that that's something that I do talk about, just about how we have to grow and evolve as an artist, and how we need to keep experimenting, and we need to follow our hearts. And I've been trying to figure out what that is for me with regard to art. Do I want to be a certain type of artist? Do I want to only make journals? Well, most of us don't want to make only one kind of thing, but there are people, they're really successful artists. Maybe they're card makers, and that's how they've been doing that for 20 years, and they make all these beautiful cards, and that's their thing. But even when they're making cards, they're making different kinds of cards. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, and I don't necessarily feel like I have to make up my mind about that, but I know it affects YouTube. And I'm really trying with these videos, as I explore, to not think about that kind of thing, to just go on faith, because after a while I'm going to find my footing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to find my footing. I kind of have an idea. I know I want to work with natural materials. I know I want to work more organically. I don't want to always be using man-made items. Sorry, pause here. We got the garbage truck going by. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to edit that out, just because the whole idea of these are to be real and be in the moment. And it's kind of it's a gloomy fall day here. So I'm exploring me, and some of you are going to want to go along with that, and some of you aren't going to. And maybe you should be exploring you. Maybe you're doing something because you feel like you need to make money, and we know that's always a really hard thing to do, to make art because you want to make money. I've had a couple comments from people lately where they said, it's really hard to keep going to make things without any kind of feedback, and it's hard to make things without any sales, and it's hard when my audience is small. And making art is hard. We should do it from the heart, but it doesn't mean it's easy. Every time I sit down at the blank page, I freak out a little bit about what it is I'm supposed to be working on next, because I don't know. And sometimes we just have to trust that there is going to be a time of rebirth. And that's what's happening here. This is some of my native coyote mint that was really looking scraggly in the summertime. And this is my native yerba buena, and both of these have got the most exquisite minty smells to them. And they were parched. They were absolutely almost dead this summer because we don't irrigate. So anything that survives in our yard has to survive on what Mother Nature gives them. Just like I'm trying to survive on what I've got in the garden or what I've got in my studio, and not go shopping for stuff. I'm trying to use what I've got. And I don't know, this is rambling. This maybe isn't going to make a whole lot of sense, but to me, this is a time of rebirth. Here's some of the yerba buena. That's what it looks like. All of it looks like at the end of summer. And believe it or not, I think a lot of that is going to come back. I might cut back the dead stuff, but that's going to come back. But this stuff is already, I've got new growth coming up here on this coyote mint. And this yerba buena here is looking really lush because we had just 2 days of rain. We got a couple of inches, and it's already, there's a rebirth. There's already stuff happening. And I'm going to try and trust myself that, like the plants that die back in the summertime, and right now there's going to be some dieback on my channel. There's going to be some dieback in my productivity. There's a lot of changes going on inside me, so it's going to change my art. And I need to trust that if I keep doing the right things, if I keep doing the things that are right for me, that this is going to unfold the way it needs to unfold, and that I am going to bloom and grow and bloom. I guess we would have to do that in that order, grow and then bloom. But I'm going to find where it is I'm supposed to be. And I don't know, this is a real ramble one, and I'm going to try and not second guess myself, because I really want to give myself about a week of doing these daily posts just to kind of think about who I am as an artist and where I want to go. And for those of you that decide to leave because this isn't a 100% junk journal channel all the time, I'm not a 100% junk journal person all the time. I'm not a 100% junk journal artist all the time. And I'm betting that you are not 100% one kind of an artist all the time either. And that's okay. That's okay. Go be you. Go do you. Go figure you out, because I'm trying to figure me out. And I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you for watching.